Check 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It'll take a little bit. It's like a 5 or 10 second delay. So we'll see if it comes through. I just want to make sure the music's not coming through. Good morning and welcome. We are going to set to go live. Start everything in about 5 minutes. We will have an opening ceremony starting at 9 a.m. and then we will proceed with the morning round of qualification matches. Good morning and welcome. This is the RoboDogs channel. We are bringing you the 2025 VEX Middle School State Championship. We want to thank you for joining us. We will have 3 feeds total for today. There will be a morning qualification feed, an afternoon qualification feed, and then an elimination and finals qualification or feed. Just elimination and finals.
All right, all the fields are closing. It's 5 minutes to 9. Please.
So they are just finishing up
The practice fields close. The skills field.
the skills so that everyone can join for the opening ceremonies. So we will get this going. Thank you very much for joining us. Good morning and welcome. And once again, we are about to start the opening ceremony, so you should be able to hear it.
Yesterday or this morning? Nice. How many of you guys got at least half of them in? All right. So remember, skills close today at 2 o'clock. So make sure if you're going to get your skills runs in that you get them in before 2 o'clock. All right, I would like to introduce this morning Mr. Roger Barra. He is the superintendent of Grandville Schools, and he would like to say a few words to you this morning.
Thank you, and thank you everyone for being here. Wow, we're so excited about this event. As a superintendent, I can say I'm always excited when I see kids involved in robotics because it really is the thing that I think drives the future of learning, the future of business. All those things are played there. So if you're a parent, know you have your kids involved in the right thing. If you're a kid, awesome, because you are on the road to amazing things and being able, the big picture, being able to fill whatever dream you have of whatever career or thing you want to do when you get out in what's called the real world. So we are very, very blessed to have this facility. Our community gave it to us. And one of the biggest things that we love about it is not only do we get to share with Grandville and Grandville kids, we get to share it with everybody. So we are very honored to have all of you here. Please promise me this, parents, have fun, enjoy this. This place is your place today, and if you have any questions, I know we have a lot of great volunteers around here to help out and help you with anything you need. And kids, the thing you should really get out of this, obviously, you've been learning, obviously you've been planning for this and doing some just amazing things. Meet new people. Promise me you'll meet new people today, because that's a big part. People not always in your school. Just get to know some other people, have a lot of fun, make a lot of mistakes and learn from them, because after all, that's what life really is. Lifelong learning and learning from your mistakes that you have, but just have a good time, enjoy the journey. Thank you so much for being here in Grandville. We love having you, and have an awesome day. Thank you.
Judging is your favorite part of the tournament? All right, there's a few of you. All right, Mr. Hoyt is in charge. He is our judge, one of our judge advisors today. There's 2 of them, and he is going to explain a little bit how judging is going to work today.
All right, welcome everybody. I'd like to say again, welcome, congratulations. Judging-wise, it's gonna probably maybe a little different than what you're used to. I don't know, maybe you've been to an event this year that's done this, but what it's gonna look like is we're gonna have our judges sitting at our tables back there. Down the road there from pit admin. All right, and so what you're gonna do, you're gonna wanna find a block of time in there in your matches today, preferably like a good 20 to 30 minutes depending on the line, so that way you can come to your interview. So you're gonna come to your interview by going up to that area. I'm gonna be standing there. I got a nice bright red shirt on, so I should be pretty noticeable. You're gonna see me, I'm gonna kind of cue you in a way, and then when my next judge set that's available, that's who's gonna get your interview done. All right, so if you see there's no line, there's no one being interviewed, come up and get interviews done, right? It's gonna be easy. We are gonna do a 10-minute interview, so your questions are gonna be in 10 minutes, you're gonna answer them, and then you're free to go after that. All right, so make sure when you're coming up there, you have your robot. That's a key thing, right? You don't wanna do an interview without your robot, because that would be, not a good way of doing your interview. All right, they're gonna ask you questions like a normal judge set would in the pit, but we're just not going into your pit. You're gonna come to us, all right? We're gonna start here. By 9:30, we'll be down here, so if you see us there earlier, feel free to come up, all right? And as soon as we get done, we got 40 teams to interview, and we're done, but ideally, we're gonna be done by 12. All right, so you need to get your interview time done between that 9:30 and 12 o'clock. 2.5 hours is more than enough time to get it done. We got 5 judge sets. Each judge set's going to talk to 8 teams. So again, that's more than enough time for you to get your interviews done. All right, so again, find me. I'll cue you. Find me if you have questions. I'll be standing over there. If you're like, I don't understand that, ask me a question about it. Like, how does that look? What does it look like? What do I got to do? All right, and I'll help you through it, all right? If you come up to me and you don't know when to do it, bring your match code. I'll help you find a good time, all right? To come up and get that interview done. But other than that, that's what it looks like again. We're going to be to the right of that dinosaurs while I'm going to be standing. Bring your robot. Get ready for your interview. We'll be good to go. Any questions before I leave?
Can we just show up at any time?
Anytime you want. There's no set schedule. Find a time in your matches, right? You don't want to come up to me if you only got a couple minutes between matches, right? Find a good time in your match schedule. All right? And again, if you see there's no line, feel free. Come up and see. All right? Any other ones? Thanks. I'm going to hand it back off to Doug and...
Hey, good morning. Hey, do you like that self-service judging go when you like? Right? They're going to come to your pit and interrupt what you're doing. When you got a moment, go to them. Right? You got till noon, anytime you want. There's 5 sets of judges. They'll get you in. So we really like the idea that you haven't got to worry about a judge showing up when half your team's at the practice field or at the skills field. So coaches and adults, as you help your teams get ready for the day, just sometimes you now and noon take them to the judging table. Parents, you should not be involved in that judging. It's the kids. But go to the right of the big dinosaur back there, and they will get you scheduled for a judging right then and get it over with. Okay? RoboSource, by the way, is one of our sponsors today. That big dinosaur came from them. We have some gimmies we'll give out this afternoon from them. A couple reminders about the concession stand. It's up there in the back. We have all our 4 flavors of slushies. We got popcorn, we got donuts, we got coffee, but we also have up there lunch tickets. If your team did not get lunch tickets, or if you are here and you want a lunch ticket, they're selling lunch tickets up there. It's Barbecue Barbecue today. It's a local place that comes in and brings in barbecue for us. It's all catered. It's barbecue and all the proper sides and drinks, and there's lunch tickets still at the concession stand up there. Last thing I'm going to plug for you is there's 2 other special items up there today. First of all, some of you know that we've had Robot Coffee. It's a fundraiser for us from Littlefoot Coffee here in town. Half price bag today, $10 for a pound of coffee. So if you want to try the best coffee the Robodogs like, first of all, we have people serving coffee up there that are helping sponsor this event, serving their coffee, but we're going to be selling this coffee also. You can take it home, make it at home. The last thing I will tell you, people ask us all the time, how did this thing come to be? How do you guys have this facility? How does Grandville do what it does with robotics? About a month ago now, we published a book. It's called We Need One of These. That's a quote from our superintendent in 1998 who said robotics is the future. You heard Mr. Barup talk about how he views robotics as a superintendent here. We had a superintendent 4 superintendents ago in 1998 says, we need a competitive robotics team. We started our first team in 1998. We're 28 years old. This book tells the story of the teams. It tells why robotics is important to your school. The subtitle is How Competitive Robotics Teams Enhance Public Education. This is an important read. $10 today, author copies. It's $22.95 on Amazon. It's at Barnes & Noble. It's in the Kent County District Libraries. Want a copy of yours? $10 today. You get one of the author's copies. They're at the concession stand. Take this back to that principal. Take this back to that superintendent. Take it back to people who don't understand what you see about these programs, and go get yourself some support for people to get behind you like Grandville schools are behind us. You need to be hand in hand with educators and parents, because these robotics teams do amazing things. And this book tells how we did it, tells how you can do it, it tells how to start a team, it tells how to raise money. There's a section, how do you raise money like we raise money? So, it's at the concession stand. You can buy it online at Amazon.com, Barnes & Noble, but it's half off today. It's $10 a copy back at the concession stand. I would encourage you to take one back to your favorite administrator or someone that's in a public policy position and say, this is important stuff, here's why, here's what it does for kids. So I'm done plugging the book. We're going to do the national anthem, and we're going to start. So we rise with it, please. We're going to sing the national anthem to start today off. And we'll get some music to accompany us. How's that? It timed out. I talked too long.
Once again, welcome back, everyone. Thank you for joining us this Saturday morning. We are here in the Grandville Robotics Competition Center, sponsored by Westwood AI. This is the State of Michigan Middle School VEX State Championship. Thank you for joining us. Hopefully you enjoy the time. And the kids can enjoy this time. They can really show off and show what a great year and try and improve, have an even better year. So these are qualifications up today to go to Worlds. I'm not sure where the Worlds competition is. Usually it's in Texas, but it moves every couple of years. So thanks again for joining us. Once again, this is the VEX State Championship. That one. All right, in our first match, we have 8153A Donut Destroyer. They're from Hudsonville Riley Street Middle School. Their teammate 457E Purple with a side of fries from Jennison. On the blue team, 1829A Phantom. They're independent, not a Troy. 4911E Ting Tang Walla Walla Bing Bang Robotech Zone of Michiana. They're out of Dowagiac. So we generally run, they are set to run. The matches take a little over 2 minutes to run. We run a match every 4 minutes is the schedule, and we usually stay on schedule. We might even sometimes get ahead of schedule. All right, somebody found it for me. So this qualification for World Championships, it is May 6th through May 14th at K. Bailey Hutchinson Convention Center in Dallas, Texas. So it looks like our teams are about ready. All right, looks like we are about ready to go. You'll notice we do ask that when the teams are ready, they put their controllers on the floor to start the match. That is the autonomous part of the match. The first 15 seconds is strictly programming. 2 reasons for this. 1 is so no one has it in their hand and people think that they're driving. And 2, to kind of show that, no, these kids are really doing everything with programming that they've learned. So that's the other reason for it. Then there is a minute and 45 of driver control after that initial 15 seconds of the programming. All right. All right, looks like we are ready to go. We got, you can't really see their heads, but our 2 referees over on that first field. So, are very experienced referees, so it works out very well. Let's see what these teams can do. Can they get their auton? Oh, they just missed the win point for the blue. I can't tell if the red got the win point or not. So, different rules this year. And, well, if you've seen any matches, what you're seeing is these teams, the goal of the game is to put those rings on stakes. whether it's the green mobile stakes, the green at the front and back of the screen in the middle are also high stakes. Those are very high and very difficult. And blue did win the bonus, and they got a win point, and I'll try and explain that. But as you're watching these teams trying to grab them, the goal is to put those rings on. Oh, they lost it. So the one robot had an issue in that that mobile stake fell out of their holder, and it might be jammed in their robot. So that'll make things very interesting for them if that does get jammed. So as they score, when they've got those stakes, the top ring on any stake is worth 3 points. Every other ring is worth 1 point. Winning autonomous was 3 points or 6 points by itself. So a full stack of rings is worth 8 points. So winning autonomous is almost as much as winning all of them. So you'll notice that all the robots are concentrating on that bottom part of the field. And the reason for it is there's pluses there. And what those pluses mean is that any point scored, any stakes with rings scored in those zones are doubled. Now the zones are hard. They're a small little angle at the top of the screen. You see that little triangle?
Thank you.
And the bottom screen, once you hit 30 seconds, that's why it flashed in that bottom right corner. You can't do anything in those bottom corners. So again, everything there is doubled. And then on the far side, it's negative. Now it's not doubled negative, it's just negative. So red was in pretty good shape, but blue scored a bunch also. So at this point, while they are scoring it up, we will move over to field 2, match 22, and that is 56000A. They are Botley Crew. They're Northern Michigan Robotics Club out of Traverse City. Their alliance partner is 10930D. Get Back to Work, Van Hoosen Middle School, Rochester Hills. The Blue Alliance, 333Y. Why Not, from Notre Dame Prep out of Pontiac, and their alliance partner, 3547K Virus Chimera Technology First out of Monroe. So they are trying to see if the robot is touching, because red gets the bonus, and they did get a win point. So the win points. This is a world qualification match, so that changes what you need for a win point during that autonomous robot-only portion. You must get 4 rings on 3 different stakes. And one of those stakes, you'll notice that there's a red stake and a blue stake on the right and the left of those. And what that does is you have to have one of your 4 rings on that stake, and then 2 other of those mobile stakes have to get rings on it. And then one of your robots has to be touching that center stack. Now you see this right now, red won autonomous, and then they are also in unbelievably strong position because they are controlling both doubling zones. So even though the one stack isn't that tall, it's only 4, that is still 6 points that will be doubled to 12. So you really don't worry about it. And notice they both released. You can't be touching it at the end because that is considered scoring it inside of 30 seconds. So right at 31 seconds, you'll see those robots peel out. But on the left, they've already grabbed another mobile stake. So red, right now, red's, unless they do something to get themselves DQ'd, they basically have this match won. Although the one red robot actually made a mistake, and they threw a blue ring on top. Oh, they fixed it already. So because of that, it doesn't really matter. They're trying to get one of those high stakes on at the back of this, and they did. This will actually be one of the highest scores you will see today. That was a very good matchup by those 2 teams. All right, so for our first match, qualification 21, 27-30, 3-point difference. Very close. All right, I'll move to match 23. on the Red Alliance 457B, Party Pasta, Jennison Middle School. These are middle schoolers. 61187F. AR, fantastic score from Allendale. On the Blue Alliance, 3333N, Cybers Crew, Notre Dame Prep Pontiac, and their alliance partner, 216D. That is Rust in Peace from Grandville. Oh, looks like somebody's Party Pasta's having a little bit of issues. So if you would like to follow along, if you have the VEX Via app, you can find it on the App Store. And you can search the Michigan State Middle School Championship, and that's where you will find it. It'll have yesterday and today's dates on it. So it can be a little difficult sometimes searching, but that'll be that. So that previous match that I said Red had a very good score. They 45-0 is what they ended up doing, because they actually ended up shoving the one ring Blue had into the negative zone. Or sorry, the one stake with 2 rings on it, they shoved into the negative zone. All right, just like that, Red has 2 on. Oh no, Blue just crossed that center line. So during autonomous, you may not cross that center line. Oh, Red just couldn't quite get it on their alliance stake. So Red automatically with the bonus. And you've seen from these scores, 20-17, our first match of the day, that 6-point bonus for autonomous is the difference a lot of times. So Blue has a... Sorry, we just lost our feed. 1 second, somebody just pulled it out. So that is the one thing we need to... We haven't been able to get a better fix on. Unfortunately, our cameras are exposed, and when people walk by, sometimes they'll just use our post as a jungle gym. So there we go. All right. So Blue's trying to make up really quick. So, but unfortunately, they've got a lot of work. Red's already got 1 in that doubling zone. Oh, and look, they're just shoving that other one in the doubling zone. Because if they get it, if they can keep Blue out of it, that will be huge. Even though there's only 1 on it, it's worth 3. So if they've got a 3 stack, oh, Blue drove in. Well done by Blue. That is huge. Oh, but then they backed away. I'm not sure why they did that. Oh, wow. I thought Blue was going to be able to grab the Red in the doubling corner. Red's move right away. So big advantage by Red, as they have, once again, they have that Auton. And now one of the Reds is hanging. Blue's quickly trying to jam it. Look, they got that in the negative, it looks like. Can they get it down? So the 3 keys to being negative: it must break the corner, break that corner white line, which you can kind of see bottom left corner. But then it also has to be touching the floor. And you'll notice on a previous match, a team actually knocked over their stack. And they do that because it has to be above the level of the field. All right, moving to match 24, Red Alliance 216M. Mega Alpha Dogs, Grandville 15155C. That is Bearcats out of Ubley. 216C, Steel Surge, Grandville, and 3333A, M&M Math Mechanics, Notre Dame Prep. All right. Looks like Red will get the Auton bonus. Let's see what they can do. Red with quite a few. You can see their 1 stack. They're shoving it in. Doing pretty well. Now they got to play defense. So what they're doing is the one robot looks like it can score on high, the other scores low. So they're going to let one grab those mobile goals, and the other is defending because they can score. The one's just going to go defend. So they are defending, even though it's not a huge stack, it's a 4 stack. And that is really critical. They've got a minute. Now you're going to see them really fighting for that bottom corner. So, and those alliance stakes, you cannot score a different color in. So you can see the refs talking to him. You cannot, if you are holding on to one of those stakes, mobile stakes, you cannot push another. So you got to be careful. So they can, the big issue is that can be deemed either a major or a minor, depending on how it is. And a minor, you have to be very careful, because if it changes the score of the match, that is deemed then match affecting and can get you disqualified. So that's why they are talking to the referees, reminding them to be very careful. So that blue team, red with a huge advantage in 2 seconds. Can they do something? So the referees will probably talk to them if it has an effect. On the previous match, 25-21 or 25-11. So then it'll be a discussion on whether it is deemed a major and a disqualification. We'll get ready for match 25. On the Red Alliance, 3-3-3-3-S. Devious Shady Notre Dame Prep out of Pontiac, 457A. Fat Seals from Jenison, 3-3-3-3-T Tornado Troopers, and 216F. Pink Bunnies from Grandville. Look at that. I got it announced before they started. Oh, blue just missed on that alliance stake. Red, they've got one on, just missed on another. Blue's got 3. They just missed that alliance stake, or they would have had a win point. Well done by blue. Just barely missing. But they did win Auton. So once again, that 6 points bonus is huge. Away they go. So how fast can they do it? So that red alliance has to be careful, because you're only allowed to have 2 rings in possession at a time on those stakes. Any rings on those stakes do not count for that. So blue, really quickly, they're not going to try and grab many more. They just said, forget it. I'm going to take control of that corner and get out of here. So watch what happens. They will trade. I think they're going to trade. They're going to try trading. Maybe not. So I thought they were going to trade. So then the one blue robot just tries to shove that red robot out of the way, because they want to shove their full stack into that doubling corner. And away they go. So they might say, hey, well, I'm stuck because the red team's in the way, or the red team's like, oh, I can't move because they're. No, they can both back up. So neither of them stuck. So the blue team is going with, even though there's only 1 or 2 rings on that bottom right corner, but it's in the doubling corner. So, and the big thing is, they just don't want that red double stack in the doubling corner, because they had the Auton bonus. Blue had the Auton bonus. That's really all they're worried about. They've got 3 seconds. They got to make sure to drop it. Oh, they couldn't release it, so they didn't get the bonus. And I don't know if there are other ones in there either. So this is going to be an interesting score. Oh, they got 1 on. Can they get a second on? Okay, 1 at a time. So this is a lot closer, because I don't know if they've got either in the doubling stack. They've got 9 seconds. Can they get another one on? Blue is saying, forget it. Now notice they go over for that high stake. Well done. Each stake, it's 1 ring. That's 3 points. That was huge. Well done by blue there. Our previous match, red 32, blue 10, so it was not deemed match affecting when they shoved it, because you can have a little bit of contact, but if you do something really obvious, it is a disqualification. So they've got to be very careful in those positive corners, as that is a quick way to lose. We'll move over to field 2, match 26, Red Alliance 38Z, Zephyr, Cranbrook Schools, Bloomfield Hills. Their alliance partner 216E, Chuck, Grandville, 97311A, Kings, Duncan Lake Middle School, Caledonia, and 15155E, They are the Bearcats out of Ubley. Oh, looks like a little bit of making sure it's set up right by the Kings. At least I'm assuming that's the Kings, as they have crowns on. But you'll notice they had that big metal contraption in their hand. And what that's for, it's so that they line up to the field. Oh, and it just missed. And the intent is that make sure that every time they hit the field correct. This is going to be close. Red has it, but did Red get a win point? I can't see how many. It doesn't look like they quite got enough. Oh, they needed one more ring. They had 3 rings on 3 stakes. They just needed one more ring on a stake. And away they go. So notice that what they did is they just quickly grabbed. Red's going for multiple mobile goals. So they just threw one on. Blues just got one on, and they're like, we just want to get that one in with a double. So Red's taking advantage. On the other side, and then the other teams, they're just playing defense. They just do not want to let Blue get that full stack in there. So now Blue and Red are over here fighting for one. So Red's trading off. They're talking to each other, maybe. So that's a big thing. If you can trade, what can they do? Can they grab enough? The Red team's having an issue with the robot. They're trying to get it to release. Oh, they've got it stuck in the machine. So Blue, as they have a nice big stack, they were able to run over, grab that mobile goal. They've still got their one in the corner. They've got 15 seconds to defend that corner, so they're trying to grab any blue rings they can. Now they've got it, just like that. Well done by Blue. So could Blue have the first one? Oh, nice. So over in the bottom left corner, that Red team was able to steal one of the blue goals, a full stack almost. It's a 5-stack goal. 4? Either way. But if they keep that in the negative, that could decide the match, just because Blue or Red won Auton. So this is huge if they can maintain it. So Blue's doing everything they can to get that out of the negative, and Red's just trying to keep it there for the final 7 seconds. So now they want to not touch it. You can see at the big angle, as long as it's above the height of the field and touching and breaking the plane. So our previous match was Red 11, Blue 27. Can you go back to it? So they will check it and go, and we will get over to field number 1, or A. On the Red Alliance. I better get over to the right field. I can't see when it puts the score up. So Red 32285C. They are Stormbots, Hudsonville Christian 10930B. They are Sour Patch Kids, Van Hoosen Middle School, Rochester 38K. Mangoes, Cranbrook Schools, Bloomfield Hills, and 15155D, Bearcats. All right, so we had a tie. What a tie does during autonomous is the teams split that 6 points, so they get 3 each. So this is all on scores. And right now, Blue is the only one with rings on mobile stakes, but nope, now Blue's changing it up. But the issue Red's going to have is Blue is next to the corners. So if they can take control of those doubling corners. Oh, Red's coming in now, so they've got more in there. But the issue is, oh, Blue made a mistake and they drove away from the corner. Can Red take advantage and get in there? Both Red robots trying to get it. Oh, and just like that, one of the Red robots is in there. So that's kind of a mistake by Blue. They had both corners. They had both corners won. Now, can Red take advantage of that and get something else? So Blue's trying to defend that other corner, both robots. Well, the one's in the corner with it, but now they trade. Oh, blue didn't get either in the corner now. So red's going to have to do something, so they're probably going to grab that. They better not touch that one in the corner, or they don't know that they've got it already. So they're going to try and grab another mobile stake. They can put some on. I'm amazed. We'll see if blue decides to try and grab that red one and shove that in the negative corner. So you can see now blue just gets, oh, red was able to grab that blue and shove it in the negative corner. So by the look of it, it was deemed negative. We will move over to field 2 as they are ready to go. Match 28, 32285B. No, I'm missing a number. 32285B. No, that is the right one. All right, they are Because I'm Left-Handed out of Hudsonville Christian. Their alliance partner is 61187A. AR Medium Rare Donuts, Allendale, 618187D. AR Space Pigeons, Allendale, and 8860C. They are Dr. Claw from Baldwin Street Middle School in Hudsonville. All right, looks like red. Yep, there's the confirmation. So they keep the score on the side, but every now and then you got to make sure that something got. They're punching in the score as they go, and you're seeing them live score it. So red quickly running around. Blue has 1 on multiple stakes. Oh, they knocked it off over. I don't know if they were intending on knocking that over, but they were able to get a high stake. So that's pretty huge. And the red has 1 robot running around with a pretty full stack. Now, can they get it and get that corner cleaned out? So you notice sometimes it looks like they're having trouble getting those in that corner. And the reason is there's actually 4 rings stacked up in each corner. So it can cause problems for them. So that blue robot is throwing a ring on top of a mobile stake that already has. So that blue robot's got to be careful because they're actually grabbing the red robot and dragging them. The problem is that's technically a disqualification. You can be disqualified for it. It is, you are not allowed to grab another robot and push it. So you got to be very careful doing stuff like that. But what they're doing now is they're grabbing the stack, and then they're going to try and grab it. So their teammates just shoving them. So now, at the final seconds, they are loaded. They're going to try and grab another ring, so if they can grab that mobile goal, oh, they could not grab it. So right now, red has 1 in the double. That is huge because it is 6 stack. It is a big advantage. Now red is they grabbed onto a blue mobile stake. Oh, and they just missed. They got 8 seconds to try and score a ring in there. Can they get that ring on that mobile stake? They did. So now, why that is so important isn't that makes that blue ring worth 1, and that red ring is worth 3. So that was a 2-point swing just with 1 single ring. So instead of it being worth 1 point, effectively it was worth 4. Right, we'll move over to match 1. Field A on the Red Alliance, 61187E. They are AR Deep Fried Pickles, Allendale, 10930A. Vector and the Vikings, Van Hoosen out of Rochester Hills, 63633D. Say that 10 times fast. Those are GRCMS Scrap Junk. That's Grand Rapids Christian. And 8153B, Brisk Squad. They're from Hudsonville Riley Street Middle School. All right. I see controllers on the ground, but it looks like they're talking. Okay. Now it looks like we're about ready. Maybe. Maybe not. There's our previous match score, red 29, blue 13. And away they go. Red throws one on that alliance stake. Blue gets 1 on each of their mobile stakes, so they're in good shape right now. Oh, red just missed on their mobile stakes. So blue got 1 on each, so I believe blue's got the Auton bonus. Yep, and there's the motion from Steve. So our head referee is wearing these green shirts. You'll see our scoring referees are wearing referee shirts, just what you're more used to seeing from sporting events. And for head referees, they actually have to pass a test. So, which may be surprising, but VEX actually makes them pass a test to be a head referee. So, that's what they do. In addition to that, Steve, who's on your left, is on one of our fields. His wife, Katie, is on the other field, actually. And those two have been reffing VEX, I want to say it's almost 15 years now. So both of them have reffed at Worlds. They get recruited to go to Worlds to ref. They also go to some signature events to ref. So very experienced. Chuck has been reffing for at least 6 years that I know of, if not 7. So lots of experience with reffing on this field. I think the least amount for our head refs is 4 or 5 years. All right, just like that, red has control in that bottom left. They did get one. So they've got 25 seconds. Not sure why they're playing defense, but they also grabbed a different mobile goal that they can try and score on, because each one they throw on there goes 3 points, and then there's a fourth. Blues trying to make up for it because they did not get a doubling, but really quickly they've got a 6-stack. Oh, it fell off. But now they've got another, and this is more important because they get another one on. It's worth 3. 4 seconds. That was big. Every point at this point is huge for Blue. Blue did have the bonus, but red has a doubling corner. That is going to be a tough, tight score. On the previous match, red 29, blue 13. And right now the referees are having a discussion with the Red Alliance, one of the teams on the Red Alliance. So I'm not sure what happened. So he must have seen something. So you've got to be careful if you have control. Like I said, if you have a mobile stake that your robot has clamped onto and you're driving around with, you cannot push another one out of the way. You cannot push a mobile goal or mobile stake out of a zone, or really you're not supposed to move it at all. If you just kind of bump it, that's fine, but if you intentionally shove it out of a scoring way or something like that, it actually is considered a major, which is a disqualificationable offense. So you got to be careful. Wow, that is our closest match of the day so far. 19-18 for Blue, so they might have been doing a description. And remember, Blue had autonomous of 6 points. That is why Auton is so critical right there. So we will move over to our B field. Red Alliance 38D actively on fire. Cranbrook 32285A. That is because I'm left. Nope, that is the nerd cluster. Hudsonville Christian Schools 63633B. GRCMS Overdriven Engineering Grand Rapids Christian, and 216B, the color blue from Grandville. So once again, the middle school state tournament is being held here in Grandville, Michigan. This is the Westwood AI Robotics Competition Center. A number of years back, we were blessed with a millage where they actually added a full robotics center to the middle school gym. So there is a normal middle school gym, then another middle school full court basketball gym with wood, and then on the other side of that is an area as big as 2 basketball courts that is a concrete floor and is set up only for robotics. And then there's another area set aside that is enclosed that we can run drones in. And this was all set up for robotics because the school has decided that is so important. And as an engineer in the manufacturing plants, you will see how important it is to have kids that can code, that can build with their hands, that can do any of this. Whether they go to college for engineering or anything, this program is all about problem-solving skills. How do you solve your problems? Are you solving it through code and programming? Are you solving it through how you build your robot, how you're driving your robot, how you figure out the game, and what your plan for fixing it is? So that is why I help and volunteer with robotics, is because I want to see these kids have the chance to have some excitement about it and really have interest, because a lot of kids, maybe sports isn't their thing. They just really enjoy this, and it gives them that competition that they really need, and it helps them move on and just learn some great skills. Thanks again for joining us. We appreciate it. This is the first broadcast of the day. We will have a broadcast this morning, one that you have found. Thank you again for joining us. We will have another one after the lunch break. It will be called the afternoon qualification. And then there will be an evening or an afternoon elimination and finals. So they took a little bit of a break while the referees were discussing something, or the head referees were discussing something that happened on a previous match. So they want to make sure that they were always in agreement on how they call things. So if you've ever looked at the VEX, there's a monster manual for skill, or for scoring and rules. And then there is a running, basically, chat where people ask questions for interpretation of the rules, because a lot of times you have to make sure these kids, they figure out how to get around rules, plain and simple. So a lot of times you have to make sure if you need to check something and change something. So they will make updates. They make set updates at certain times of the year. There's one in September. There's one in October on a set date. There's another in December. And then they try to freeze it unless something egregious comes up that they need to adjust. So while everybody's reviewing it, they want to make sure they get it right. All right. On this match, 4911E, Ting Tang Walla Bing Bang, Michiana. 216D, Rust in Peace. 10930D, Get Back to Work. And 457A, Fat Seals. So we're pretty close on time, only a couple minutes behind at this point. We'll see if we catch up, but you saw them doing stuff with their robots.
I think our mic is finally good with our sound. I think our sound is finally good in the stands.
So like I said, they use that metal plate and they set it. What that does, you've seen a couple teams, they call it a jig, and what they do is it positions them on the field exactly where they want. Yeah, keep stealing your pens. Oh, blue just misses on one. They get the other. Can they get a second? Red's got a couple on already. Blue's got 2 on 1, but unfortunately, their teammate just missed. So it is 4-4, just like that. So they will split the bonus. Each team gets 3. It's all on driver. So now you see that blue team immediately, they're doing the stack, but then, oh, they've kind of moved out of the way, and red's like, I'm going to go drive into that corner. Blue's drivetrain looks like it's got a little more horsepower, though, as they just shoved that red team, but red was quick enough to get around them. So you're seeing the interesting changes and dynamics of these robots, in that some are really fast and some are more power. There are different gear sets in the motors, but then also you will see these drivetrains, and they will gear the drivetrains in addition. So some kids, they go for some teams, pure speed. Others, they want that power so they can shove people out of their way. So now that red team, right now, red has both doubling corners controlled. So even though the stacks aren't amazingly high, they have that top ring. That top ring's 3 by itself, so it doesn't matter at that point. So they just have to maintain it till 30 seconds. So they've got to release, and then they've got to be in the way. And there they are. They are defended. You cannot touch those rings in that negative corner or in those positive corners anymore. The rest of the rings, you can fight them out. Any other stake, you can keep pushing until all of a sudden you can't drive anymore. Oh, just like that, red got a high stake. That is very nice. So, can anybody else score again? No. Oh. That last second, that does count because it is on and covering the stake. You'll see the referee go, look, they're also checking to see if that robot's touching. The issue is if they didn't release the stake and the stake counterbalances it, I think even if the stake touches, they're not allowed to. Oh, I got to move quick. They're already starting the other match because they're a little behind. Just like that. Match. We're in match 31, 15155E. That is Bearcats 3333N, Cybers Crew 15155C, Bearcats, and 216F, Pink Bunnies, the red team with the Auton bonus. So blue and red are both trying to take over. So blue grabs one. Oh, but they moved away, so red's got to be careful. Red's in each other's way, so can they just drive in there just like that? Oh, they missed the drop. Oh, they did drop, but that's why it moved with them. So now, oh no, if that falls over, so that's why you got to be careful. Like I said, there's 4 rings in that corner. You have to just break the line. You have to be touching the floor and above the level of the field. So now what they did is they released it, and they're just going to defend that corner. They want to hold it. So red and blue driving away. So red and blue fighting it out. Blue's going to swap out a full stack for a 1 stack, it looks like. Red's just defending that corner. Blue's going to see if they can come in and take it. Remember, red had Auton. Okay, now red's got it defended. One big advantage red has is they do have that high stake. They're going to, I think they're going to try and grab that other one. Now they got it. So now they're going to try and fill that other mobile stake. This should be a good score. Both teams have a high. Oh, can blue, red's pushing blue away to not take over that high stake because that would have been a 4-point change again. Our previous qualification match, 31-8 red. We will be moving to qualification match number 32, Red Alliance 4911E, Ting Tang Wallowa Bing Bang 1829. No? Oh, I'm on the wrong one. 216D. That is Rust in Peace. 10930D. Get Back to Work. And 457A. That's Fat Seals. Blue quickly gets one on. Red. Oh, they just missed. Blue also got. Oh, if blue. Look at this. Wow. What a great score by blue. My goodness. This is honestly one of the best Autons I've seen. They've got 6 rings scored with 3 stakes. So that will be. They will win Auton and they will get a win point bonus. So each match you win is worth 2 points. So those win point bonuses are worth 1 right off the bat. So that is huge. Look how fast these teams are filling up those mobile stakes. So the Red Alliance, they literally just want to block blue from taking it. Even if they don't get a, you'll notice that bottom right corner, they do not have any stake, a mobile stake at all, but they just don't want blue to get a double stake. So that blue team's got to be careful because they are plowing while holding one. So, but blue does have the advantage with the Auton, and no one has any scored in that bottom right. And the one in the bottom left only has 1 on it. Now, it's got 1 on it, so it's automatically worth 6. So what can blue do? Blue does have the Auton. They are driving around with a couple really big stacks, and now blue's like, we're going to go get high stakes. Oh, no, they didn't. I thought they were going to. They're trying. So now it looks like the other blue team is going to try and drive over. Oh, they did get that far one. Let's see if they can shove one in. Oh, blue is able to jam it in there with 10 seconds. Oh, look at that. At 3 seconds, they got it left. They jammed it in that doubling corner. That was huge. So that was a full stack. It went from 8 points to 16. That was very well done. And now they're going to go for the other high stake, and they've got, so there's 3 stakes that each team can go to. There's that alliance stake, and then there's high stakes that are at the front and back, and they have all 3 that they can score on. So blue will be your winner on this one. Well done, and we will move over. So previous match score, 33-24 red, as we will get ready on field A. Match 33, 3547K Virus Chimera, 1829A, what I tried calling it earlier, Phantom, 10930B, Sour Patch Kids, and 216E, Chuck. So our lunch break is scheduled from 12 to 1. And at that point, we will end this stream and go to the afternoon qualification stream. So both fields are in a bit of disarray right now, as we had both fields are having discussions with teams. So I broke away from the A field and went to that last match. But that last match, the referees are still talking with the teams because of things that happen on it. Both for clarification, because we do one thing with the rules. VEX is very clear. If you walk away from the field, nothing can be changed about a match. Doesn't matter what happens. Video review is not allowed. No one not in the match on the field can make a comment about the match on the field. If you do not agree with something, you need to stay there. You cannot leave. If you walk away from the field and come back, doesn't matter. It is over. So that is the final result, 39-17. And we will get ready. It looks like they are almost set up on field A. So it looks like, because again, they were late. You notice when I flipped it over, they had the previous match, they were trying to set up a field. So one thing you will see is that these referees will spend time to explain what choices were made. That is very important to these kids. It helps them a lot. Yep. And like I was saying, no one from outside. Only the kids are allowed to talk. No coaches, no parents, no. And it can only be the 3 at the field. If 3 go to the field, you are only allowed 3 at the field, and they are the only ones that are allowed to communicate at the end of a match with the referees. So you can see that they are checking the height of robots. They have to be within that. It is an 18-inch cube. Your robot has to fit in. If it does not fit in that cube, the choice is they can either say you can't use whatever mechanism is out of it, or you can't drive your robot. It's one of the two, depending on how egregious it is. So red and blue both get their alliance stakes. Red gets an additional one and another one if red gets one more. And then the final part of yes, bonus, is you have to touch that center tower. They are touching it. You see them celebrating, and that is because they got one of those win points. We have had 4 win points, or 5 win points from the autonomous zone so far in this tournament, and one time both teams getting it. So, and like I said, a lot of these teams win a lot of win points probably, but the difference is at states, because it is world qualifying, you have to get an additional ring on an additional stake. So previously, all the other matches throughout the year, a win point is 3 rings on 2 stakes, and you have to be touching that middle tower somehow. For world qualifying events, you have to have 4 rings on 3 stakes, and one of those stakes has to be your alliance stake. So those are the ones on the side of the field. Oh, wow, very well done by red, as they've quickly grabbed. They're blocking them. They're playing defense. You're seeing lots of defense. Can red get that bottom right corner? It looks like red has the bottom left corner. You see they let go. Oh, blue got in there and blocked them. Great handoff. That was very well done by blue. You saw the one robot had been defending that corner, and what they did is they got in the way to stop blue, and there it's done. And the blue defended it so red could not throw theirs in. Then their teammate drove around the other side of them, and they were able to throw it in. That was very well done by blue. Red's driving around. They've got a 5. Blue's trying to get more on that stack. Because unfortunately for blue, red had the auton. That is 6 points, so it's very huge. This is going to be a good match. And red is hanging just like that. I believe that's 4 points for a low hang. But if they're touching, the issue is they're still touching that stake, and the stake, I think, makes them grounded. We will move over to match 34. Red Alliance 97311A 15155D on the Blue Alliance 3333T and 457E. All right, both teams with 1 on the stake, on their alliance stake. Blue does get the win point. I couldn't see that far robot. I knew it had at least 1 ring on it, but it had 2 on it. So real quick, you watch that robot dive over. Oh, they accidentally threw a blue ring on their top, so they've got to have a red ring. So unfortunately, that blue robot had a mistake, and they threw a red ring on top. They do not want to add that. They do not want that in that doubling corner. Now they've got it. So they've got a blue on top. So they're holding it and maintaining it. They just want to block it. So red has control on one side. Blue's trying to get in there. Can they get, because they've got a full 6 stack. So they want to get in there. Red's like, we just don't want to let them in no matter what. They would rather have nothing in that corner than allow blue to get that 6 stack in. Oh, but they moved. Oh, can blue get in there? This is going to be close. Oh, red moved just enough that blue was able to get in there. That could decide it. Blue had the auton. So red's got to be careful. Oh, blue's got to be careful. Oh, they get in just in time. So you notice they let go. You can incidentally contact it. Just like that. 2 seconds. 1. They are good to go. Blue, if they don't make a major mistake, blue has this one because they have both doubling corners. They have a 6 stack in one of the doubling corners also, and they have another at least 3 stack. So now they've got another one on. They've only got 1 on it. It's not as important. They got a high stake. Oh, it fell off, and they just miss on the other side too. But they've got their alliance stake. So they're just going for a really high score. Can they do it? They just missed. So close. Our previous match, 33, that was on A field, 33-19. Match 35 on the Red Alliance, 216B and 216M, both from Grandville. They should know each other well. 10930A, they're from Van Hoosen, Rochester Hills. And 61187F, they're from Allendale. So there at the start of this, when it showed you the screen, you saw Chuck was down there in big bright green shirt. He was adjusting where rings are located. During Auton, you'll see some of these teams will have those jigs to make sure they are in the right location, and they will also make sure the rings are supposed to be in a set location. Their programming is based on those rings being in the right location correctly. Oh, there was our score, 39-10. Blue did indeed win that previous match. And it looks like we're about ready for match 35. I'm seeing thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. We are ready to go. 9:56. So we're going a little behind today. Last night we ended right on time. We were actually on the nose for when that match was last match was supposed to start and the other was supposed to begin. Just like that, Blue's got 2 rings on. They will win the Auton bonus, 6 points. Away they go. There, just like that. They don't know if they're going to get many more on, so they're just going to shove that ring, that blue tower in. And now, like I said, in the doubling zone, it only has 1 ring, but that 1 ring's worth 3 points. And almost more critically is the fact that it's doubled. And the big advantage of doubling it is if your 1 ring is doubled, no one else can double their ring. So even though it is only 1 point or 3 points, all of a sudden it's 6. And for Blue at this point, that is a big difference because they had the Auton. So Auton's worth 6 all by itself, so they are just shoving them in and trying to maintain it. Red's trying to shove theirs in, but you see that defense by Blue. They are just blocking it. There's some nice defense. Oh! Well, that'll be an interesting discussion. So you can push, and your robot has to be able to maintain. So they did fall over, and partially because of contact, but the issue is they're reaching, and their robot is very top-heavy, which makes it difficult for them. And they actually hit their teammate. And when they hit their teammate, they actually rode up their teammate's side. So I could be wrong, but I'm assuming that is going to be deemed incidental contact. Oh, they've almost got themselves back in the field. That was a good try by Red. Because that is specifically written in the rules. You have to be allowed to take incidental contact. Oh, that robot is hanging, so that is an additional, I believe it's 4 points for the low ring. I will confirm that later. But we will get ready for field 36. Red Alliance 8153B, Hudsonville Riley Street, 8860C. That's the other Hudsonville, Baldwin Street. Then on the Blue Alliance 56000A, they're from Traverse, and 38Z out of Bloomfield Hills. Oh, they might have pushed each other off on the blue, but they've got multiple rings. They will win Auton, but do they win the bonus? There's some discussion going. So I'm not sure if they're touching the center because I believe they've got 4 rings on, more than 4 rings on 3 stakes. It is a win point. The one actually has 4 on it already. Wow. Now, that becomes really critical because if he goes into a corner, that team already has 4 rings. So they're trying to just dig out that corner. So So you can see they're doing some crash, bang, boom, bang. There they go. So now they've got it knocked out. He's just trying. I can see the driver's a guy. My apologies. So that driver is shoving that robot in the corner. The other robot is desperately trying to keep them from scoring it. Oh, and there it goes, out of the field. So you'll see if it comes out of the field, they'll just quickly grab it and move it over. Red is quickly trying to get control of that other corner. Right now, they've already got a decent stack. Blue has a 5 stack in a doubling corner. Blue has the Auton, which is a massive difference in points. They have 1 on their alliance stake. See, they just pushed and released. Blue's going to drive over, try and grab some more. Red's trying to get as many on that stake that they're going to shove in the doubling corner as possible, because they are behind and they've got to do something good. Oh, Blue does get that tall stake on the far side. Oh, Blue's trying to grab that other mobile stake. Looks like it's just having an issue. Red's trying to rip that mobile stake out of the Blue robot's control. So these two robots are kind of driving each other around. Like I said, as long as they do not touch that grab the other robot, but they got to be careful because they get knocked over. But they didn't. Our previous match score, Blue 26, Red 6. We'll move over to Field A. On the Red Alliance, 63633D, Grand Rapids Christian, 3333A, Notre Dame Prep. On the Blue Alliance, 3333Y, Notre Dame Prep, and 61187A, Allendale. And just like that, we are going. Blue, Red gets a couple on. Can Red get 2 more on? Nope, it doesn't look like it. They're trying. Red's touching, though. All right, pick up your controllers. Oh, he didn't pick up his controller. So Blue's trying to score quickly. Can they do it? Oh, Blue just missed the grab. Red's trying to re-grab, so the problem is both of them let go of their mobile stakes. So now everyone's trying to grab their mobile stakes again. Red's got a hold of one, so they're scoring. Blue, did they get it? Oh, they did just get, they had it, and then they lost it. So Red had the bonus. That is a big advantage. It's a 6-point lead. Well, 6 points for their score. So Blue is trying to, look at that. That is well done. Red left a stake undefended, and so Blue put their ring on top of it. Well done. And then Red's trying to come back. They're trying to get that high stake. Oh, Red got the other field stake. So Red has all 3 stakes they're able to score on. And now they're trying to throw an extra. Oh, there they go. They got a ring on that. Even though they can't carry a stake around, what they were able to do is they were put a ring on the stake that was already in the corner. Well done. That was very well done by Red. So Red with a big advantage right now. So they're trying to get another one up on one of those field stakes, and they do. So now they have 2 up there. Blue knows that they just need to score stakes as much as they can. Red hanging, Blue hanging, 2 robots hanging. Very nice. All right, I do have some definition. That low hang, that first bar is worth 3. If they somehow get up to the second and hang, it is worth 6. I don't know of anyone capable of going up to that second bar, but we're seeing more and more teams get that first bar for 3 points. So each alliance had somebody hanging, so they will kind of wipe each other out. But that's still, we're only seeing a couple get that hang, period. So that's very well done. Match 37 score 30-6. All right, we are getting ready for match 38 on the Red Alliance 63633B. They are from Grand Rapids Christian. 457B Jennison, 61187D Allendale, and 32285C. They are from Hudsonville Christian. All right, looks like we got the last team to the field. So we are running behind. Like last night, we were running ahead a bunch. So one time a team had an issue, and they were late to the field. But the advantage then is we were behind, or we were ahead. So they will not start a match at that point. Now they can be in trouble because we're behind. So they will start the match when teams are there because of it. All right, blue with one on each, red with one on each. Can blue get one on there? Alliance stake, they're going for it right now. Oh, it looks like it just missed. Let's see what red gets. I can't quite see the numbers. It's a tie, each with two, both just missing. Again, that's 3 points each. It is all decided on driver now. Oh, red, you've got to be careful. You can't just plow one out. Even though there was no rings on it, you can't just shove a ring out or a mobile stake out of the way. So you got to be very careful. So now blue is trying to get into one of those scoring doubling zones with a ring. But they've got to be careful because red just went for, we're going to get one in. Whether it's worth 1 point or 3 points or not, one ring on it, don't care. They just wanted to get that in there. And like I said, a lot of times, if you have one ring on, it's doubled. It's worth 6 right off the bat. A full stack is only 8 if it's not in the doubling corner. But one of the other keys is it keeps your opponent from getting doubled up. So that's where it becomes so critical. So both blue teams are trying to get that one out of the corner. That one red team's like, nope, I'm going to hold it and block it off from both of you. So red does indeed have control of the both doubling corners. That is a big advantage. Oh, but blue is able to get in, but it's only 1 second left. They cannot touch it. Blue's got to be careful. If they knock that out, that is a match-affecting disqualification. So you've got to be very careful on what you try doing. Red's hanging. Blue's hanging. Red is grabbed that blue stake with 3 on it and shoved it into the negative. And then they were able to come over in time and keep red from shoving. No, keep blue? I'm not sure what. So now they're going to have a discussion. We are seeing that they are not scored that doubling corner. Now they're going to have a discussion on this one because if they did G-score it or change it, it can be a disqualification. At 30 seconds, you cannot touch something in those doubling corners. So they're getting warned on moving them while holding one. Oh, here goes the next match, 39. I got to be paying attention. 38D, Cranbrook, 8153A, Hudsonville, Riley Street. 32285B, there it's Hudsonville Christian, and 3333S, Notre Dame Prep. Blue just one more ring than red, so they get that 6-point bonus. Again, as you're seeing a lot of these scores, 6 points can be a third of the. That's probably a third of the average points scored. So a lot of times you win Auton, obviously your chances of winning the match go up substantially. Okay, and what they do is they will document it in the notes. One of the teams was given a warning. If you get 2 warnings, it can. I'm not totally sure how it works, but I know it can cause major problems later on if you get multiple warnings. So you look at that bottom left corner, there's a mobile stake in the way. Those 2 teams are trying to figure out how to get theirs in, but the thing is, the red got theirs in, and they're trying to grab that other stake to get it out of there. So now, because they are not holding it, you can actually contact 2 stakes. So that's what they did. They let go of it, but now what they're going to do is they're going to grab that other mobile. I'm guessing they're going to grab the other one. But just like that, and they are. Well done by red. That was some very good driving. Because the key is they don't. Oh, red let go of one. Blue grabbed the 6 stack, and they have jammed it in the corner for negative. Big points right there. So that's red's got to work to get that. They've got to get that red out of that doubling corner, or out of that negative corner. Those negative corners, you can fight the whole match. You can go right to the final seconds. So you're probably going to see red do everything they can to get that out of there, because that could be match deciding. And that will probably give blue the win. There, our previous match was red 22, blue 7. Oh, no, I want this one. Sorry. I know they made a mark on it. We are missing one of the red teams on the other side. So the officials are having another discussion with the teams, and we are missing one of the teams. So we'll see. If they don't get them, they might start without them. They haven't done that yet, but as we are now behind, you need to be on the field at your time. We have people actually queuing teams, and they will go find. All right. On the Red Alliance, 216C from Grandville. On the blue, 38K from Cranbrook, who we're actually waiting on. On the Blue Alliance, 61187E from Allendale and 32285A. They are from Hudsonville Christian. That previous match, red 14, blue 26. All right, now we got both teams. Yeah, we have had it at states. There was 3 matches for the high school state tournament were started with the team missing for not showing up on time to their match. So far we haven't yet, but unfortunately one of the teams here on this match was actually probably very close to getting it started without them on the field. But they're kind of lucky that their teammate was having a little bit of issue. They had to reset their controller. They again used the shoelace technique. So you can see the referees trying to get them to go. I got one's green, waiting for the other to go green. All right, we are all set. Now we're ready to go. All right, let's see what happens. All right. Each team might have one. Blue's got 2. Blue's got 3 now on 2. Blue with the Auton win. Let's see what happens. So red, one of the red team that kind of showed up. Oh, they were able to get their ring off. They rammed it off by actually slamming into the tower. Well done. Because they knew they had an issue. It was stuck up there. They had a malfunction on the start of their match. So they had to make up for it. So right now, Blue's got to be careful. They're getting the warning. Once again, it's that whole 2 at a time. You cannot, while holding and controlling a mobile stake, shove another one out of the way. Not allowed. It can be deemed match affecting immediately. So let's see what they do. Let's see if they trade off. They're trying to talk. So right now they've got a couple stake in. So let's see if they shove it. Yes, very well done. So what they do is they trade off. Red's got to be careful because they, again, had one controlled and then they were shoving another. So this is where you got to be careful. So Blue was trying to grab one away from Red, and they did. They grabbed that blank one. So Blue, now that they have guaranteed control of the one, they're going to be driving around. Let's see what they can do to score. They've got to find some rings. Oh, their teammates scoring. Not many rings left. I don't know where they're all jammed up. They've got to be jammed up somewhere. Red gets one up high. That's pretty important. Unfortunately for Red, Blue has a full 6 stack driving around in addition to a high number in a corner also. So they have a 5 stack in a corner. So our previous match 39, it's 14-26. Blue with the win. That was our match 39. You were just watching match 40. We will get ready for match 41. We are missing a team again. On Red Alliance, 15155C. That is the Bearcats from Ubly. 216B, Grandville. 8860C. That is Baldwin Street, Hudsonville. And 4911E, Dowagiac. Yeah, so again, we're waiting for teams, so we're trying to keep them on the field. They actually, I just found out, had an interesting match at States. Like I said, 3 matches were started without one of the teams. During the elimination round, one of the matches was started without both teams. And the team that was by themselves ended up winning. They ended up winning the whole tournament. So the fact that they actually won a match 1-on-2 in the elimination, because if they had lost it, they were done. They came back and ended up winning States. So that's kind of unusual, to put it mildly, because it's about impossible to win this game with one team. So I would not expect elimination at States for someone to be able to pull that off. All right, so away we go. Red just misses one. Blue just misses one. Red and blue each get one. So in the... All right, let's see what they do. Looks like red's got 2 on. But the issue is it's on 1 stake. So there's the point differential. Each top one's worth 3. Blue gets the bonus, 6 points. Now, can red make up for it? Because it looks like they can stack reasonably quickly. So we'll see what happens. So lots of pushing, lots of shoving. Oh, blue really quickly is loading up that stake. So now are they going to try and clean it out or not? So red's got a 4 stake ready to go. Blue's got a 4 stake, red's got a 4 stake. Can one of them get control of that corner? Blue's trying. They're trying to shove that in the corner. So there you see blue just getting in the way of that red stake. Oh, and that stake fell over. So again, that red stake is a 6 stack. The issue is to count for doubling, you have to be above the level of the field. So that one cannot. Now maybe somebody can knock it back over, because I have seen a few robots here that can stand one up. So we'll see if they try. That blue team might be able to. We'll see what they can do. So the red team, I'm assuming, is going to try and get that other one. Oh! Red's got to be careful because they've got control of one. Oh, there's only a few seconds left. Okay, they can't do anything. So blue's going to try. Blue has a big advantage. They have one of the doubling. Red's got a nice 6 stack. They're going to try and get another one. But red's going to try and go for that field stake. Let's see what they can do. Doesn't look like anybody quite got it. They couldn't quite get it to stand up. So even though it's in the negative, they couldn't get it standing up. 2 seconds. Can they hang? They are not able to. Oh, they got one on. Red there at the bottom. That's a bonus 3 points they just got. All right, our previous match 40. We'll move over to field number 2. Well, B field. Red Alliance 3333A. They're from, and their teammate 3333T from Notre Dame Prep. They are against 38Z from Cranbrook and 10930D. They're from Van Hoosen Middle School in Rochester. All right, we're getting ready. So we're kind of swinging some head refs because over on the right corner you can see we have representative from VEX at the tournament, and they are having a rules discussion with our head referees. So blue, 1, 2. Oh, can they get one more on? Oh, it just missed. Oh, that is too bad. Blue just missed getting that on, but blue just crossed the line. Red will automatically get it. But they contacted that Red Alliance and stopped them from contacting, so they did get a win point. Oh, Red Alliance, because Red Alliance had 4 stakes. Or 3 stakes with blue. Really quickly, what they did, they just shoved one into the corner, even though it doesn't have any on it. They want to not let red get one in a doubling corner. So even though they've only got one, or they've got no rings on that bottom left, and they've got 1 on each corner. Now they've got 2. Now they've got 3. Blue quickly making some difference. Red was trying to get that 1 ring on. Oh, it fell over. So now Blue's doing a good job making up for it. They're just sitting on it. Red's driving around, because what they're doing is that red robot is going and getting high stakes up. They're getting that center stake. Oh, blue knocked it over. Well done. They're able to right that one. So now they're grabbing their mobile stake. And even though it's red, what they're going to do is they're going to play defense, make sure they hold it, and then they're going to put a blue on top to change that 3-point red to a 1 point, or to 1 point. So that's pretty critical. And just like that, no one scored in that bottom right. Oh, and so there you go. See, that's what I mean. Both teams took over a tower that the other had. Oh, red got it on anyways, even with blue crashing into him on that far corner. Oh, blue was able to take over that high stake. Red's going, and Red takes it back. So these two teams are fighting back and forth for those center stakes. Red's hanging. Blue took over one of the corners. That is a very good match. So our previous match, 41, we have Red 15, Blue 21. We will go back over to the A field while they confirm it. Match 43, Red Alliance 3333N, Notre Dame Prep, 216M from Grandville, 61187A out of Allendale, and 32285C from Hudsonville Christian. All right, looks like we are ready to go here on the A field. Sometimes we'll have different names for the year, but today it's just A and B. All right, away we go, 3, 2, 1. You can see the head ref was asking the team to back off because you cannot be leaning over the field. Blue's got a couple on. Red just missed. Oh, they got one. Blue 6, Red 3. Blue will have the Auton bonus. All right. Blue quickly shoving one in the doubling corner. Red trying to build it up as they put it in there. Oh, but unfortunately they just stuck a blue ring on it. So while they've got two of their own, they got a blue on top. So it'll actually add more blue points. So I would expect they'll want to change that out, but they've got to be careful. They can't push that one out when they've got control of one. Uh-oh, looks like one of the blue robots is kind of stuck. Oh, they fell over. The red robot fell over. So they're trying to right themselves. They fell over when they crashed with the opponents. They fell over in their previous match. So they're trying to be careful. And blue's kind of digging too. So blue's going to see if they can get another ring on that. So in that bottom left corner, it may seem weird. There are 2 reds and 1 blue, but right now it'll be worth a net 2 points for blue because it's 6 points blue, 4 points red. Blue had the Auton. That 6 points for Auton is hanging very, very high in deciding this match. But here you can see the struggles. If you only, because that red robot fell over pretty early, it is very difficult for the Red Alliance to make up for that loss. And that is it. We'll have a blue win. Oh, wow, 42, 29, 29. That's our first tie of the turn. All right, away we go. Oh, I forgot to announce. All right, Red Alliance 216F and 216E, both from Grandville. They should know each other well. 38D from Cranbrook and 15155D. They're out of Ubley. Red gets the autonomous. There's 6 points. So let's see what they can do after this. So So they got to be careful. You can't. Yep. So they've got both in the same corner. I'm not really sure why they did it that way, but you know, that happens. So now they picked up another. Oh, well done by red. Just like that. Uh-oh, blue's going in there. So they didn't gain the corner right away because they were trying to get some points. So red and blue both fighting for it. So now you're getting the defense. Red's just shoving them.
We have a your team is shooting on the back of my clipboard, so I don't just yell at the refs. Because I feel bad interrupting the judges to tell them that their team's queuing. I spelled queuing wrong, but it's okay.
So Reds decided to give up on that corner. They moved to go grab another. Now they're going to come back. So Blue's doing a transition. Oh, they're trying to do the handoff, but Red's trying to block them. Blue's almost got it. Oh, Blue's able to take control. That was a well-done handoff by Blue. So in the meantime, Red's just trying to protect that one corner. They've got a one stack, which really is what they need. They had autonomous. And now, look at that, just like that. Blue just hit that corner where they're scored, so they got to be careful. Can Red get one on that? If they can get one on there, that's 3 points. Oh, they got it. Oh, just like that, they got it. Can they get another one? Oh, they just missed. Blue just missed getting a high. Red with your win, and away they go. Previous match, 43. Red 11, Blue 22. So we'll get ready to cue match 46 on the Red Alliance. 457A from Denison, 63633B from Grand Rapids Christian. On the Blue Alliance, 61187E from Allendale and 1829. They're out of Troy. All right, we have preloads in. They're setting it. Unfortunately, I only see one robot connected green to the field. That previous match was Red 28, Blue 12. I've got 3 teams connected. Can we get the program running? There we go. All 4 ready to go.
Qualification round till about noon today. Lunch will be at noon. If you pre-ordered lunch, it's available in the cafeteria. The cafeteria, go upstairs onto the track, go to the east end above the pits, and then go straight out that door in the southeast.
All right, away we go. Blue's got 3 on, 4 on. Red has 1 on. Wow. Blue has 5. They did not get a win point, but they've got 5. That is well done. This becomes critical because now they've got a 5 stack, so if they go in a corner, they're almost ready to go with a full stack. And that's what they're going to do. They're going to immediately drive over to that corner, try to take control, drop it off. They're going to leave it for their teammate. They're going to grab another, start driving on. Oh, they quickly get into the corner again, because if they can maintain it, they keep their opponents from it. That's where it gets critical. They need their teammate to play defense and just be careful and protect that 5 stack in that doubling corner. That is going to be the key piece. But their teammate, wow, look at, not sure which team that is, but they've quickly thrown together another 5 stack. And then they run over because both red teams are so far over. Oh, did they just stick themselves? They might have just gotten themselves stuck. Which is going to be critical because the Red Alliance is trying to drive in there. Oh, they just got them unstuck and came back in time to defend. Oh, Red's trying really hard to get a hold of that. Red's got to be careful. Pushing with one because they have it controlled. Blue's got the horsepower. They shove them out of the way. Oh, Red just rammed into it again. You got to be really careful because in those final 30 seconds, like I said, that can be disqualification. So Blues grabbed another. They're driving around. And once again, that robot very quickly trying to fill that up. And they're going to go for one of those field stakes on the wall. Oh, good defense by Red. So they don't want them getting that because, again, that's 5 points. Just like that, Blue with the win. We'll move quickly as they are getting ready. Okay. Red Alliance 457A, Jenison 63633B, Grand Rapids Christian 61187E, Allendale 1829A, Troy. Maybe I read the wrong one last time. Yep, I probably did. All right. That previous match that just finished was actually 32285B from Hudsonville Christian, 216D from Grandville, 216C from Grandville on the Blue Alliance, and 56000A from Traverse. Oh, they had an issue. So we thought we were going to go on this one right away, but they had some kind of issue they're trying to fix. Looks like getting a connection correct. That previous match, 38-2. Wow. High score by Blue and did a lot of damage to Red. So I got three lighting up. All right, away we go. Let's see what we can do. Red clamps on, just misses. Blue gets one on, another one on. Can they get two more? Oh, Blue just missed. Blue got another on. Good high scores here in Auton. They got to count them up. It might be. We have a tie. 3 rings on 2 stakes. So it's all on driver. So Red and Blue immediately both go for that same corner, trying to play. What can they do? Their teammates are both trying to fill a stack before they go to a corner. Blue, they're almost full and they're going to drive over. Oh, and they've got a 5 stack that they were able to just get into that corner. Well, they're in control of a corner. There's no fighting yet on that corner. So Blue with a very, very large advantage right off the bat because that is a big one. Their teammate, they might just let them park because it does not matter. If they can get that full 5 stack in there and score it, and then they keep anyone else from being in the double corner. Well, let's see if that can decide the match. Red's trying to score quick over there. Let's see if Blue goes and grabs that other goal. Because they've got to be careful. They want to make sure that they keep it, but yet they also want to score at the same time. And there they go. Now you're open. Everyone can drive. Blue did get both corners controlled. So while one's only got 2 on it, it's still doubled. It's 8 points. That's as much as a full stack, not in a doubling corner. So Red's got a nice doubling, a nice 6 stack. The issue for that Red 6 stack, is that the Blue team got a hold of it and just shoved it in the negative. And in 4 seconds, it's going to decide it. Blue hangs. Red's trying to hang. Blue with the win, and they head Auton. Blue will get the win. Previous match, Blue 38, Red 2. We'll get over on the Red Alliance for match 47, 61187D from Allendale, 10930A. Van Hoosen from Rochester Hills, 15155E from Ubley, and 32285A from Hudsonville Christian. Red gets one on. Blue gets one on. Oh, Red just dropped it. Blue's got a second one on. Red just missed getting it on there. Field stake. Looks like Blue's going to have it because they have 2 on 1 stake. Away they go. Blue gets a third on. Red's trying to quickly jam it in there. Uh-oh, one of the blue robots is not... Oh, there they go. They got it. They weren't moving there for a minute. So, oh, just like that. Well done by blue. So blue has the Auton. They've got a 5-stack that they... Looks like they're sitting pretty good to have control of the... Oh, that red robot's a little bit unbalanced. Oh, blue's got to be careful. You cannot knock that one out of there when you have control of a different one. So what do they do? So you got to be careful. You cannot shove that out of the way. Blue's got to decide what they're going to do because red has control of, has one in that corner. Red's trying to get it, but blue's got that 6-stack. So red's got to decide what they're going to do. Blue, they can play defense in their corner by just playing defense, and they do. They make sure they cannot get that big 5-stack in that doubling corner. I don't know why they're doing that. If they shove that in, it's a disqualification. So they got to be careful. If they change the score, that can cause big problems. And blue driving along, filling another big stake up. Red's got somebody hanging, so there's 3 points for them. Blue's trying to get another one on their ring, and they do. Blue will have the win. Red got one on that drive stake.
And then they knocked it off.
Oh, they might have knocked it off. Oh, so our previous match, 46, you just watched 47. 46 results, 31 blue, 3 red. As they are they are setting up the field. Struggling talking this morning. This is match 48. Red Alliance 8153B. They are out of Riley Street Middle School in Hudsonville. 61187F from Allendale. 3333S Notre Dame Prep, and 457E out of Jenison. That previous match, 47, you just watched. 13 red, 30 blue. We're almost ready? Nope, they are not ready. I've got green lights. They're all loaded. They're just tweaking their aim and getting their robots stay together. Oh, see, they've got that little metal piece. That makes sure that they are set at the correct angle and on the correct tile. And away we go. Oh, it just missed. Their teammate got one on. Red is trying to get another on. Can they do it? Blue's got 3. Oh, they just missed getting a win point, but they will win Auton for that 6-point bonus. That one that fell off that blue Alliance stake was the difference. All right, so just like that, and now you see right away that red and that blue robot went for that corner for the doubling, and blue is just going to park. They're not going to worry about getting an extra one on. But red's taking advantage. They're just putting a little bit of pressure on them. Oh, red got lucky. Actually, I think that's a mechanism where it throws it over, because I've seen that robot many times have the wrong ring going up their conveyor, yet somehow not end up on their stake. And I'm not sure how it's done that so often. So I don't know if they've got a camera. There are sensors that tell the difference between the red and the blue rings. And both blue robots are sitting in the corners, one with a full stack, the other with a 2-stack. But once again, it's so important, even with a 1 or a 2 on a stake, to control that doubling corner, because 2 on a stake in that doubling corner is worth just as much as a full 6-stack on a stake. That's why it is so critical. And you did see that red alliance. Oh, the blue robot's dead. So if they don't move again, they just won't count it. Oh, and red fell over trying to hang. We'll see if they can right themselves. You got that. There's another blue robot. Just like that, getting that field stake. Can they get it? They did. So there's the bonus 3 points for blue. Yeah, that one blue robot's dead, so it won't count as doubled, but it doesn't matter because they are so far ahead. So they have another discussion. Our previous match, 47, 13 red, 30 blue. We will move over to field A. I want to call it field number 1, but we're calling it A and B today. So, Red Alliance, 97311A. Duncan Lake out of Caledonia, 10930B. Van Hoosen out of Rochester Hills, 8153A. Hudsonville Robotics, the Riley Street, and 3333Y. They are Notre Dame Prep. All right, we're going. What can they do? Oh, the one robot looks like it froze. Oh, now it's going. Oh, and it was misaligned, so it missed. Looks like we won't have any scored. So each team gets 3. Oh, no, blue got a ring somewhere. I missed it. Yep, they stabbed it. So blue gets the bonus, 6 points. Actually, they show both of them. Not sure what. Oh, red had one. And okay, each of them had one ring. So they each get the 6 point or 3 point bonus. That's why in the live scoring I was confused. All right. Red's trying to get that corner. Blue's coming over now to be in the way. So blue's got that different way of stacking stuff where they actually stab the mobile goal into it. Oh, for blue, red has both. They're in a prime state to be able to get both doubling corners as they are fighting it out. But blue let go of or red let go of the one, and they're just kind of shoving around the other team. Just like that, though. Oh, blue now is making a bid to get that big 4 stack into that corner, or at least keep red from that other one. Oh, blue robot almost got around the other red robot. Can they get that out of there? So now you're going to see a lot of pushing, a lot of shoving. There's 5 seconds left. Can they get it out? Can they get it out in those final few seconds? Oh, they cannot. Big advantage for red now, as they had 2 stacks. But it's still a close match. Look how close this match is. What can they do? Red's going for one of those wall stakes. Can they get it? This match is so close. Every point is very critical. Oh, they just missed. It fell off on the wrong side. Oh, wow. Very close match. Looks like it's 14-11. That's initial. The previous match on field B, match 48, was red 16, blue 21. We will go back over to that match for field 50. On the Red Alliance, 457B out of Jenison, 3547K out of Monroe. 6-3 on the Blue Alliance, 63633D from Grand Rapids Christian, and 38K from Cranbrook. So they're asking some questions, which you should do right away while their teammates setting up. We have one robot connected to the field. Another just got connected. Another is thinking about whether it wants to connect to the field. I got 2 red robots connected to the field and 1 blue robot. Oh, and then one of the red robots just disconnected. So one of the blue robots isn't showing it's connected, but they're acting like they're good to go. Oh, they forgot to run a program. Their teammate just commented on it. And so they disconnected, and they're trying to get it to connect again. So they're asking, so what they did is a lot of times usually teams are not allowed to touch any of the field elements, but they asked because the field element was actually rotated out of position. Now, they have to be able to take some variation, but if they are off, you can ask. Oh, now we're having issues again. We had almost caught up. So now they're trying to scramble to get caught up again. So they are looking at going. Like I said, the advantage of being caught up is you have more grace with coming to the fields on time. And once again, our planned lunch is 12-1. But one team is still showing not connected to the field at all. See what they can do. So the head ref will come over and try and help them out. That's the advantage. Most of these guys know these fields so well because most of them have put the fields together and taken them apart more times than they really want to know. So we'll see if they have to reset it, the controller, or why we are having some technical difficulties. All right, we got green lights. Little verification that the field elements are set up correctly. All right, looks like we are about ready to go. Match 50. Blue gets one immediately on their alliance stake. Red, just comes off. So close. Blue's got another on a stake. Can red get a hold of that stake? Nope. Looks like blue's going to win Auton. Big 6-point advantage to start the match. Now everyone's got to grab them. Oh! Blue, you got to be careful. You cannot grab another goal while holding one. So here's one of those interesting discussions. One of the teams calls pinning, but the issue is they can drive the other direction without any problem. They just don't want to. All right, let's see what happens. So blue really quickly just shoved one in that doubling corner, even though there's only one on it, because they don't care. Oh, and right now red gets that blue one out of the doubling corner. That was a big mistake by blue on that one. Oh, blue lost their one of their drive motors. That's why you're seeing them kind of drive funny. That's my guess, at least, because they can't really drive straight. So they're kind of spinning. So this should be entertaining. Oh, blue moved out of the way, and red jams it in the corner. But they're holding it, so blue's got to be really careful because they've been close with having control of a stake and pushing another stake. So that is a big no-no, and you got to be careful doing that. Oh, red evening up because they got that wall stake, 3 points. Look how fast they can do this. All right, just like that. Oh, we're almost tied. We are tied. Blue got another one on. That might have made the difference. That is going to be a close score. All right, we will go over to the next match. We are on 51. Red 32285C, Hudsonville Christian 61187E, Allendale. On the Blue Alliance 32285B, Hudsonville Christian, and 216E from Grandville. All right, we got a couple on. Oh, blue just got a bonus one to fall on right as the bell went, and that is the Auton win. So that last half second was the difference between 6 points. That is a big advantage for blue, just like that. So red quickly is shoving a single one into the corner. Once again, just getting one in that doubling corner is so critical. Red's got one corner they are able to go pick up. Oh, so blue started to come over, and they're like, oh, we're going to try and do it. So blue's got to fill. Blue does have the bonus advantage, but red has both doubling corners. Oh no, red turned and blue was able to jam theirs in with that full 6-stack. That was a critical mistake by red as blue was able to get control of that corner. Their teammate also blocked off the other. They were able to get in the way. So even though they don't have a single ring on that stake, they are not letting red get in that doubling corner. So blue has the Auton bonus, and right now they have a 6-stack in the doubling corner. That is huge. So their teammates like, nope, I'm just going to sit here and not. They got to be careful. Okay, there they go. They blocked them. That realistically should be enough for blue to win this. Their teammate, they did get another one. Can blue get another one? It doesn't really matter at this point as long as they don't do a big mistake. And just like that, their teammate now is getting a couple. That was such a big difference, blocking off the doubling and their teammate filling up and getting around the other team. So blue will have the win on this match. The previous match, 50, 11 red, 16 blue. We will move back over to the B field for match 52 on the Red Alliance, 1829A. They are out of Troy, Michigan. Their teammate 56000A. They are from Traverse City. 216M Grandville and 61187D from Allendale is your Blue Alliance. So match 51 that just finished, blue 27, red 14. All right, it looks like we're not quite ready. I thought we were ready, but they are still adjusting things. All right, just like that, red was able to get it on their alliance stake. Their teammate, wow, has 4 on it. So if they can get one more, they did get it. If one of them touches, that is a win point for the red. Blue is in good shape also, but they can't quite do it. Red with a win point and a big advantage because they also already have a 6-stake or a 4-stake built. Now they're cleaning up that corner. They're just going to try and get that in the corner. So kind of like that previous match we just finished. And if they can just hold the corner with that 4-stake and the Auton win bonus, it will be very tough for that Blue Alliance to... Oh, look at that. Nice driving by red. Oh, it fell over. Can they get it standing up? They did get it to stand up. It is in the corner, so now they're going to defend it. Oh, it fell over. Oh, and now they've got it standing again. Interesting. Oh, nope, it's down. Okay, never mind. So their teammate, they just knocked it down intentionally. And the reason they knocked it down intentionally is they did not want it being negatively scored. So now they're both driving around. Can they win that corner battle? Now they're defended. You cannot mess with those corners. Blue has a couple of the wall stakes. Red has a couple of wall stakes. So all 4 wall stakes have one on it. Can red get control of it? They do. Now can they defend it against the blue? Blue's hanging. Both blue teams are hanging. The one's close. We can't tell if they're hitting. And that looks like one of the red teams is trying to hang now. So it looks like red will have it. We might have 3 teams hanging. That'll be interesting to see. I think we've only had 2 blue teams hanging once. So your previous score, 14-27. I just heard all 3 are hanging. Well done. And the next match has already started. So this 3-3-3-3-S. Notre Dame Prep 15155D. Ubley is your Red Alliance. Your Blue Alliance 15155C from Ubley and 216D from Grandville. Oh, looks like red with the Auton. I don't know how you get 2 points. I think something's messed up. Oh, that's how, because they had 2 blues on it. They grabbed a red on accident. Oh, that is why. I didn't notice that. They grabbed so many so fast, now they've got to get a blue on top. And they've just had it fall off. Can they get a blue? No, it just missed. So they're just, oh, and now it looks like it's causing problems with it, because they do not want to put that in the doubling corner, and the problem is they're trying to fix it. One of the red robots looks like it's not moving anymore. Oh, now it's moving. Now that one blue team's in good shape. Oh, they got it. Now they got it. But the problem is it's only really worth 1. So you think maybe they'll come change it out. Will they trade it out with their teammate? But their teammate's blocking it. I don't know what they're going to do. So this is one where it's interesting to see the strategy and how well these teams communicate or don't communicate, as the case can be quite often. Oh, Red's got that 6 stack, and they had the bonus, so they just want to defend that because that'll basically be the difference. Now, the score does not count as doubled until the match is finalized, so that's why it looks like we're Blue's in good shape, and they're doing a good job. They've got a wall stake, but the problem is, yep, so now they just count it as doubled. We'll see if they keep it that way. Blues making up. They're scoring quick. They're trying to come back and make up for the bonus and that doubled zone. I think they just added that double. Ooh, Red got another. Just a little bit of insurance, and that is the game. That previous match on B field, 52, was 41-17. We'll get ready to go on match 54 on the Red Alliance. 457A from Jennison. Their teammate alliance partner is 216C from Grandville. On the Blue Alliance, 10930B. Van Hoosen from Rochester Hills and 3333N. They are from Notre Dame Prep. And these teams are scrambling, as you heard the referee say, you need to be here because we're going to start in a few minutes. We have, actually, we're pretty close to caught up. We are, so that's why they literally told them you have 20 seconds before we can possibly start. All right, that previous match was very close, 28-24. While they're setting up, I'll give a quick little update. We will break for lunch at noon, or when the last match finishes. We will start again at 1. We will end this live stream at 1 o'clock. We will come back at noon, or at 1, or we'll end this live stream at noon, come back at 1 on a second live stream. It will be called Qualification Match Afternoon. Saturday afternoon qualification match. It'll be on this same channel, and then the eliminations and finals will all be on a different live stream called Eliminations and Finals. I've only got one team connected. All right, let's see what we can get on this one. All right, there we go. We got 3 green lights, 1 yellow. Let's see if they can get their program running. So they're getting connected, but they're not getting a program. All right. Away we go. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, just like that. Can Blue get it on? Oh, it just fell off and they missed. Red's got 1 on. Blue grabbed. Can they get 1 on it? It looks like they've got it. That was critical because that makes it a tie. That's a 6-point difference getting that one in that last half second. That's very critical. Now it's all on driver. What can they score? How fast can they get them? So both alliances are just shoving them in. Red Alliance, Blue Alliance, both quickly driving. Oh, Red gets in the way and is able to pivot Blue out of the way. Well done. Right now, Red shoved one into that bottom right corner, and they're just trying to. They've got the stake there, so now they're just trying to get. Oh, ring on it, and it keeps missing. Oh, they keep missing on it. So we've got fighting going on in that bottom left. In the meantime, Blue's been able to drive around and completely fill up a stake. Oh, they almost got out of the way of Red. So Red's just trying to block the corner because they do not want Blue getting that 6 stack in there. So they've got 15 seconds to hold on to it. What can they do? Right now, Red's doing a good job. They're just holding on to it. They don't want to let anybody else in. It's really close. Oh, Red grabs Blue, a big Blue stack. Let's see what they can do. Red's trying to shove that in the native corner. We show Blue in the lead, but I believe Red is actually in the lead. Just like that, Blue gets a full stack now, but Red has one in the doubling corner. So I think it's going to be close. Our previous match, 53, Red 28, Blue 24. Very close. We will get ready for match 55 on the Red Alliance. 38K from Cranbrook, their alliance partner 8153B out of Riley Street, Hudsonville. Their Blue Alliance 216B from Grandville, and 97311A. They're out of Duncan Lake Middle School in Caledonia. Red's got 2 on 1. Blue's got 1. It looks like Red will get the bonus, and they do. Now driver, minute 45 of driver control. Red quickly just wants to take control. Because they're in that corner, Red's in both corners blocking them. One does not have a ring on it, but they just want to block it because they won the bonus. So this is some of those strategies, and you try and figure out what you can do. And Red is able to get another ring on it carefully. Let's see if Red can get a ring on that other corner. Blue is trying to drive in. Red's like, nope, I'm going to just block it and be in the way. So Blue's just trying to shove it in anyways. Let's see what they can do. This will be huge if they can get that stack in there. They're trying to pivot that robot out of the way, which is very difficult. You've watched these robots drive. Red's got 1 jammed in there. So Blue's just going to keep scoring. So again, this is that strategy involved in this game. So Red doesn't care that they don't have any rings on it. They've got that blocked off. 3 seconds and they are done. They've got it. Blue just let go of that full stack. Can Red do something and get it jammed into there? Red almost had it. Blue's going to, they're fighting for that mobile goal because they want to put a ring on it. They're trying not to touch that other robot because they're dead. They've got a ring. Can Red get a ring on it? They do. They get another. Oh, that could be the difference. So that double and blocking it was the big difference with the bonus. That was a good match. Well done. We will switch over. Oh, the previous match, 54, 18, 19. This is 56 on the Red Alliance. 3333Y out of Notre Dame Prep, 38Z from Cranbrook. These two teams should know each other pretty well. 10930A. They are out of Van Hoosen from Rochester Hills, and 216F from Grandville. showing the wrong field. This will help. All right. So that was the teams I announced. Red gets one on right away. Blue gets one on right away. Oh, the one red robot isn't going. Oh, that's painful. It looks like it's going to be a 6-point tie.
Teams, just a reminder that when queuers come to your pits, they are asking you to go to a queue table so we can stay on time. We have gotten ourselves caught back up. We were behind for a little while. Now we're back on time, but we need teams to go to the queue tables when they're queued, so that way we can make sure teams are getting to the field on time and we're not getting ourselves...
All right, once again, red has control of both corners. One doesn't have any on it, but they don't care because they've got control of it. So they're trying to clean that corner, and in cleaning the corner, they grabbed another ring. So it did 2 things. Let's see if red can get a point on the other side. Blue's got one just sitting there. Oop. Blue's stacking red, so I don't know if they're going to go shove that in the negative corner. It looks like that's what they're planning on doing. They have one in each corner that's negative. So interesting discussion. But they left it. So red's trying to grab that blue one. Because red's got that big stack that blue made, and they're trying to throw that in the negative corner. This should be an interesting battle. So red's trying to do those field stakes. You're seeing a lot of crashing and banging. They do get one on. That is huge. And then they're able to, oh, they had shoved it out, but then the blue team shoved it right back in because red drove away. Red's got 2 in the negative corner. This is going to be close because of so many in the negative. Our previous match on the other field, red 22, blue 11. We will move over to, which is this, 57, 151551. They are Ubley, 8860C. That is Baldwin Street in Hudsonville, 3333A, Notre Dame Prep, and 61187F from Allendale. Oh, just missed that. That would have been huge. Red just missed a win point, but they did win Auton. Driver control, away we go. Red with the advantage to start. And just like that, red's trying to get in that 3 corner. Neither team has one in the corner yet. Oh, now red's got control. That is huge if they can maintain it. Blue's trying to get in there. Oh, red's now moving in. Red might get control of both doubling corners, and they do. Can they maintain it, though? Oh, but they drove away. They had it. Blue's going for a wall stake. Red's going for a wall stake. Red gets theirs. Does blue get theirs? Yes, blue has 2 on the other one. So red has a 4 stack, and I can't see the other corner. I think they have a 1 stack. Blue's trying to throw a ring on the existing stake, but red's trying to get in the way. And they do. They cover it. So they nullify red's 1 in there. Now they got to move out of there. All right. They got to be careful what they do. Can blue get that? Oh, blue does get it. Red's trying to drive it into that negative stake. On that far wall, red was able to take back the high wall stake. They got to be careful. You can't hit. So both blue teams are hanging. Red, though, is able to re-stand up in the negative. So they just wiped out one of those teams hanging. So interesting strategy. Our previous match on the other field, 56-17-10. Red with the win. All right, we will get ready for match 58 on the Red Alliance 4911E. They're out of Michiana, Dowagiac. Their alliance partner 3547K. They're out of Monroe. Blue Alliance 3333T, Notre Dame Prep, and 38D from Cranbrook. See what these teams can do. Red gets it on the alliance stake. Their red alliance partner gets one on their other stake, on another mobile stake. They've got it. If they touch the top, they've got a win point for red, and they do. Look at that. Four rings on 3 stakes. Well done by red. Away they go. Red's got to be careful. You can't just run over another stake. And they're kind of in each other's way. They're trying to drive, trying to get them both. Can they get those doubling corners? But blue just blocks it. That's actually kind of a good idea. Blue, wow, they have very quickly filled up a full, well, it's not a full 5 stack, but it's a full stack, but it's 5. So that's pretty big. All right, what can they do? Red's got a, blue's making up for it. Oh, but red got in the way and they shoved him out of the corner. Wow. Nice driving by red on that maneuver, but unfortunately on the other side, blue was able to just walk in and take it. Red drove away, and now they've got another big stack in there. Wow. Okay. Red's going to have to do some defense now, but they've got to let go. They can't. Oh, that is going to be a big issue because they knocked it over while holding one. So that will be an interesting discussion. This will be a very interesting discussion because red pulled it while holding one stake, knocked another one over. So this will be interesting. Blue's going for those wall stakes. And they also grabbed one of those red stacks and they threw it in the negative zone. Well done. They've got a wall stake and they're trying to get it in the final few seconds. Can they get it? Yes, they do. That's a bonus 3 points. So here comes the discussion. Previous match, 26-9. And I can't see on some of the scoring. So that will be a very interesting discussion on what happens because of controlling stakes and everything else. Looks like blue with the win by the reactions from everybody. So blue must have indeed gotten in the negative. All right, match 59, Red Alliance 61187A, Allendale 32285A, Hudsonville Christian. On the Blue Alliance 457B from Jennison and 8153A. They are from Hudsonville Riley Street Middle School. All right, just like that, blue's got 3 on, red has 1 on. No win point, but it is an autonomous bonus. Away they go. Oh, they got them? All right. Everybody's got one. All right. Quickly, blue's going to try and take care of the scoring. Blue quickly. Look at that. They've got a 4 stack jammed up in that corner. Well done by them. And then they go and quickly grab another. So the big advantage of this is then they can score afterwards because they've got that extra. So now they're shoving because if they can keep their opponents from scoring, and then they can play defense. So they are playing defense. They've got that in the doubling corner, and then they're carefully driving around and adding as they can. They're trying to be opportunistic when they can be. The one blue robot looks like they're trying to stab them. Oh, they did get it. So the red team, they handed off. They played defense, and then they let it go, and they went on. So they can't move it out of there, but blue is still driving carefully, grabbing stuff. They're like, you know what? We're going to get a high stake if we can. And they do. They get a wall stake. Red's driving over to take over that corner. Blue quickly runs away, but they were able to get a high stake doing it. Great job by Blue. Good driving. They're able to play defense while Blue's going for that other wall stake. Oh, they dropped it. Can they get it? Red's trying to fill theirs. Red's trying to play some defense. They don't get that wall stake again. Oh, it just missed. Fell off. They've got 5 seconds. Looks like Blue's got it. Red's hanging. Well done. Oh, but after it released, are they touching? All right, previous match. Blue 20, Red 9. Because Blue won, they probably did not deem it match affecting. We'll get ready here on B10930D. Van Hoosen from Rochester Hills, 63633D. Grand Rapids Christian, 457E. They are from Jenison, and their alliance partner, 63633B, the other Grand Rapids Christian team here today. Well done. I've got 3 robots with green lights waiting for the 4th. All right, Red with the bonus. They got a lot on. They did not quite get the Auton win point, but now they're driving quick. Red quickly gets in the way. Well done. They block them. So they stop Blue from getting in that doubling corner. So they don't have one in it, but it's almost as important as they don't let Blue get it. Well done by Red. So that was critical because Red had the Auton bonus. Oh, and they do grab another, and they're able to play defense because they let go. They let go of theirs so they can just block it off. And they have a full 6 stack in there.
We got several EPs running this event. We have 2 from Grandville and Hudsonville and a couple from Genesis.
Blue's going to try and grab that red one, and they're going to put a blue on top of it. Blue's going to try and get that wall, and they do get a high stake. I think so.
And our referees like that. The 4 top referees here have almost 70 years of experience with them. So it's an amazing group here today.
All right, just like that, your corners are done. Looks like the one Red robot had an issue. Can Red get that wall? They do get it, and they get one on their own. Blue's trying to come and cover up that wall. Red's having some issues. The one robot died, but the advantage is Red's trying to, oh, they just filled it. They said, okay, we're doing that. And they get another on. Red with a good score. That looks like a Red win. We will come back. Our previous match, 59, Blue 32, Red 18. We'll get ready for match 61, Red Alliance. 216D Grandville, 3333Y Notre Dame Prep on the Blue Alliance, 8153B. They are from Hudsonville Riley Street Middle School, and 216M from Granville. I've got 3 green lights. I got 1 yellow light. I got 4 green lights. Everyone's making sure they're aligned right, aimed right. You got teams talking strategy. The referee's asking them to get off the wall. Our previous score, it flashed, and then the team, took control. Red just missed on 2, but Blue's got 3 on already. But unfortunately, they don't have that extra stake. Looks like we are just a little bit ahead of schedule. Remember, 65 is our last match. We'll go to lunch. This is 61, I believe. So blue has a pretty good lead right now. Just like that, they get another high stake, but just as importantly, their teammate gets control of that doubling corner. Well done. Now, can they get a good stack in that corner? So it looks like they're going to have some fighting for this bottom left corner, but that bottom right corner is wide open and red moves in. This is going to be critical for them to get as many as they can on that doubling. And now the blue robot drives right in and just parks. They're like, nope, we're going to take care of that. And just like that, well done. Red's going to try and jam this in here in front of blue. Red's got to do something because blue won auton. They are completely blocking one of those. They have the three wall stakes that they can put rings on. They've got rings on. So red's really, and that's it. I'm surprised blue's hanging already. Maybe they just want to get out of the way. Red's playing a little defense on the one blue robot that's still driving around scoring. Be careful, he hit his teammate. You don't want to knock him over. You can't be disqualified for hitting your teammate off, but it's a bad habit to get into, to hit anyone anyone hanging. Just like that, blue will have the win. We'll move to field B. I've got no teams green. One team just went green, so we'll get ready. On the Red Alliance, 3333 and Notre Dame Prep 8860C from Baldwin Middle School, Hudsonville. 15155D. They are out of Ubley. And 1829A. They are the independent team from Troy. This is match 62. You can see they're very carefully using their jig. They align it with one of those squares. So each square on the field is 3 feet by 3 feet. Or 2 feet by 2 feet. Is that 2 feet by 2 feet or 3 feet by 3 feet? They're one of those two. So there's seams, and so they use those to place their robot. But they have not plugged in their robot or programmed it. So I don't know why they're doing both those things. So maybe they have the same person doing everything. And they do for some reason. Yeah. Thankfully, they're in luck. So previously, they didn't have time to do this. So they were being pushed. This time, we're ahead. So they can spend their time doing it. Waiting for their program to register. Oh, their teammates' program quit registering. All right, we're ready to go. Let's see what happens. It does get it on. The Red Alliance just misses. And unfortunately, when their ring fell over, it blocked it. The one Blue Alliance did not move, but 1829 managed to get 3 on their own, and they do win auton. Well done. Let's see what they can do. Driver. Away they go. Their teammate. Oh, just missed grabbing it. So they're trying to grab into the corner. So they're digging out of that corner. Like I said, there are 4 rings in the corner, so sometimes it can be very difficult to get that to sit flat in the corner. So what they're doing is they're handing off, and they're asking their teammate to go play defense in that corner for blue. Hopefully they play defense. There they go. Yep, so they're just going to play defense while their teammate drives and tries to score. But they got stuck underneath there. So that team was trying to grab with their arm. So what they were trying to do is grab that stack and knock it over. So that blue team's got to play a lot of defense. Oh, and blue gets in the way. Red gets around them. They're able to grab it, and they will grab it and yank it out. big mistake by blue there. Oh, but they missed it. They lost it. They only got a couple seconds. Oh, but they got it out of there clean. That's all that matters. They've got to be careful what they do now. That'll make this a lot more closer. They can't score it. They're just, I don't know why. I figured blue was going to try and drag that over to the negative corner. So you saw blue put a 6-stack together in the middle of the field, and they just knocked it over because they do not want red to put it in the negative corner. Now red's trying to drag that one they had into the negative corner, but they can't get there in time, and blue hangs again also. All right. Our previous qualification, 61, red 16, blue 37. We'll move over to the A field. On the Red Alliance, 4911E, they're Michiana Dowagiak. 32285B, Grand Hudsonville Christian. 97331A is from Allendale. There are Blue Alliance, and nope, 97311A is Duncan Lake, Caledonia. 61187F is Allendale. That's the difference. So on the previous one, when the blue team hung, the red team ran into them, and they thankfully did not change the scoring. If they change the score, it is automatically a disqualification, whether it's match affecting or not. But they did not, so they did not get it because they did not change the scoring. I see.
Talk about skills again. The skills fields are open and there's nobody on the queuing table. So
all right, we're good to go. I think that previous match score, blue 33, red 16, that is the match you just watched.
They got lots of time on the skills field. They're going to join us. They're open until noon. They'll close from noon to 1.
On field 1, or A, they're trying to get one of the teams to program, or not connecting. All right, so red had the Auton bonus. Right now, blue's got one almost in the corner. Red does have a full stack in the corner. Red's driving around with a full stack because they do not want the blue team to grab that and throw that in the negative. So what additional points can red score, or what can blue score? Blue's trying desperately to hang. Blue's just kind of pushing around that red robot. The other red robot's just kind of sitting there. Not sure if they're having issues. So blue's going to try and grab a... Oh, no. Red grabbed a negative, and they're going to throw that in the negative corner. Red just missed going for that wall. And they are done. All right. Look at that. All right. We will, on the previous match, 62, 16-33. We will get ready for match 64 on the Red Alliance 3333S. They're out of Notre Dame Prep 32285A. They are from Hudsonville Christian. I'll get this right. 3547K is your Blue Alliance. They're out of Monroe, and 38Z from Cranbrook. So let's see what happens. Blue gets one alliance stake. They get one on a regular stake. Red gets two on one stake, two on another stake. Red with the alliance, or with the bonus for Auton. Let's see what they go. What's the strategy for going for the corners? So blue's just blocking the corners. Blue's got one in the corner, but their teammate just drove in the corner and blocked it. They're like, yeah, we're just going to make sure red can't get in it. Red's trying to fill it, but blue's been able to grab a couple and throw them in, which they need to. Red's got another. Red's trying to put another, and they do. Blue's got that corner totally clean. Why did red drive out of the corner? Blue drove out of the corner. Red, keep your hand out of the field. And just like that, we're at a minute. It looks like one of the red teams disconnected. Oh, they were stuck. Oh, their teammate just knocked them. They were hung up on a ring. Well done. So they're going to keep scoring where they can. Oh, blue flung one ring out of the field. They were trying to grab it. All right. This is going to be a really close match because blue made sure that red could not double it up. Red missed again. Missed again. Blue gets a high stake, wall stake. Oh, that is critical. Blue's going for another wall stake. Blue could make up for the bonus loss. Right now it looks like they are, because they keep scoring. They grab a red. Now, what do? Do they show it in the negative? Yes, they do. It is in the negative. That could, if they let it go, if it's touching, the issue is they might be holding it up, but they might have won it anyways. We'll go back to match 63. Red won it 36-11. This will be a very, very close match there. They are going to look. I couldn't see what it was. We will move over. This is our final qualification match before the lunch on the Red Alliance. 38D from Cranbrook. Their teammate 10930B. They're Van Hoosen out of Rochester Hills on the Red Alliance. Blue Alliance, sorry. 61187E and 61187A, both from Allendale. So you'd think these two would know each other. All right, away they go. Red gets one on their alliance stake. Blue gets one on a mobile stake. Red just missed their mobile stake. Did blue get it? Oh, it just missed also. They got one on. It looks like blue has two total on because that far side, it's sitting on top, but it's on the stake. Blue with the Auton bonus. What can they do? So immediately, blue drives and jams up that corner. They're kind of blocking off. And my guess is their teammate is going to fill that up and then drive it over to them. They got to be careful. We got Reds trying to grab it. So they're driving together. Oh, they almost... Blue and red both have some big stacks going. But they're not in the doubling corners. So what can they do about it? Red's going to do a handoff, and they do, just like that. They throw a 5-stack in. Blue does the same handoff with a 6-stack, though. 50 seconds left. What can these teams do? There's some defense going. Blue was going over to try and get that, but they cannot. So one of the Red Alliances is playing defense. The other's playing offense. Nice work together. There it is. They're released. What can they do? Blues running across. They're trying to get that on their alliance stake, and they do, just like that. And their teammate grabbed another stake, and they are throwing blue rings on that mobile stake, just like that. Well done. Look at them fill it. This is a nice high-scoring match. Both teams. Blue's going to definitely have the advantage, though. Well, unless that's out of the corner. That's the big question. Is that in the corner? Oh, their robot released. Previous match, 6 to 23, Blue with the win. This is, again, our last match before lunch. We will come back on a different feed on this same RoboDogs channel. It will be the afternoon qualification match. Once again, thanks for joining us today. This is the Michigan Middle School VEX State Championship. These kids have all done such a great job this year to qualify. We have 40 teams doing a good job. Let's see what the final score is. They're showing the teams. Let's see what happens. I think it's a very close match by the reactions. I don't know for sure. We'll find out. Wow. 31-30. So not only was it a very high-scoring match for both teams, but 1 point different. Wow. Autonomous decides it. All right, thank you very much. We will see you on the other channel. Well, not the other channel. This same channel, but the other feed. We will start a new YouTube feed. We will start at 1 o'clock. Thank you very much, and see you then.